Hey, what's up, guys? I just finished the trading day, up 390 today, 414 on SOPA, which we saw a short covering rally on. So I'm going to show you what exactly a short covering rally looks like, starting with the daily chart. We always start with the daily chart. So coming over here, we can see that on the daily, this had just taken out the all-time low. So the all-time low prior to this day, this is all the way back. So it looks like it IPO'd in November, going all the way back. The lowest we saw the stock was 327. This day right here, the low was 321. So it had just taken out the low. I don't think this, the low on this day was 350. So it had just taken out the all-time low. And let me show you what happened into the after hours. So this is that day right here. This box is that day. Right here at this line at 4 o'clock, this is the close. So we closed right on the lows. And then we had a massive squeeze. So the problem here for shorts is, you've shorted this whole thing. You've built a position shorting this all the way down to the all-time lows. And now you have this happen. And the problem is you've built a massive position, but there is no liquidity in the after hours. There's no liquidity here, so you've got to buy back those shares. But where are you going to buy them from? Nobody's selling shares in the after hours. Those market makers, they're not there. So this squeezes up really good, and then at the open of the next day, which is today, obviously big squeeze, sells off pretty good. So we got a pretty big sell-off, and honestly, I'm thinking to myself, is there any upside left in this thing? I don't know. This could very well just sell right back off to the lows. I mean, we gave back. We went from 630 all the way down to $4. It's very, very easy that we could sell off back down to these lows. Now, we do have a low volume area that exists here. And once we trade into these low volume areas, usually we trade right through them. But the top and the bottom of these areas usually act as support or resistance, depending on where the stock is relative to these areas. In this case, it acted as support. Now, I don't think any of the I didn't see any short covering right out of the gate. Where I saw the short covering is once we started to show strength. So once we started to show strength in this move, you saw the bids start to show up, and I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in Bookmap. Bookmap is such a great tool to show this kind of stuff. And once I show you this in Bookmap, I'm going to go over to the live stream because I made most of my money on this move right here. So I'll show you exactly how I made money, knowing that this is a short covering rally. Okay, so flipping over to Bookmap, let's go back to the beginning of the day. This is 9:30 right here. So we get a little pop at the open. We sell off. We got a seller coming in here on the ask, about 17,000 shares. And this is interesting because 17,000 shares is right around what made this stock tick. Every stock has a different amount of shares that is considered like a large bid or a large ask. In this case, it was right around, I would say it's probably close to like 20,000. Anything close to 20,000 made this stock move. So let's see, as we sell off, we 100% retrace, we make a new high. We see some bids start to step up here, but we blow right through them, not a big deal. And then we see this bid. This bid was 22,000 shares, and look at the reaction off of that bid. Really nice move off of that bid. And it wasn't until right about here where we started to get into short covering rally mode. Now, the issue here is the bids stepped up, right? We've got 20,000 shares down here. We've got 30,000 shares, and these bids are coming in right at current price. And that's the key. We don't want to see these bids down here when price is up here. We don't want to see the bids 20 cents, 30 cents away from price. We want to see it right at the price, which is what we did. So these bids are coming they're coming in at current price. And whoever has shares, right? They're short shares. They got to buy back their shares to cover them. They got to buy them back at market because they're not going to get filled any lower because we're not going below these bids. So now you have all these shorts. They need to buy at market. I'm buying at market because I see all these bids. We've got tons of people, tons of buying pressure on the stock, driving price up. And I want you to look at these large orders. We see one at 448, okay? Then we see one again at 459. And what's weird about this too is normally these larger orders will come in at psychological levels, at round numbers. So you'll see them at 460 or 450 or 440. You almost never see these large orders come in at 448 or 459. So that was a little strange. I've actually never seen that before. So we keep going. Okay, there's another large order at 472. And then another one at, 479? And that's the final one that squeezed this into a halt. So all in all, from that first large order that we saw down at 458, we squeezed just about 10% into a halt very quickly. After the halt resumed, we still respected larger orders, but not to the extent that we were before. So for example, like here's a larger order, about 17,000 shares. We do get a little bounce, and then we blow right through it. I think I did take a buy on this one right here. And then as soon as I saw that we're not getting that bounce that we usually get, I sold into this guy at 5. So let me show you what this looked like real time. I have Bookmap up on my lower screen that you guys can't see if you're watching this stream every morning from 9 to 11 a.m. Again, I do that live stream every morning, 9 to 11. And this is what you're going to see here. You're going to see me trading on stream. So this is right at the start of that move, and you're going to see the bid come in. And I'm going to buy right in front of it because I see this bid come in right at current price. We shouldn't break that level. That should bring in new buyers. So let's play the clip. I'm keeping my volume on. I'm keeping my volume on so you can hear the buy orders. So we should see a bid show up here quickly. There it is, 459. I'm in at 460. Nice little pop. Partialed out half there. Waiting for a larger pop.
Holding this. I'm gonna hold 500 shares here. See what happens.
And sold it right there. So all in all, I sold really early. I could have gotten a lot more out of that trade, obviously, because this is the beginning of a huge, huge move. But I got paper hands. We see another larger bid at 470, 100. There's a huge order at 472. So now here I'm just holding it, right? I see that bid. If that bid starts to go, if I see red into this bid, I will sell.
472. I'll sell if we go to 472.
And here at 475, as it looks like we're going to break, I'm going to add. I'm going to add right there. Got filled. And then sold on the pop. Both of those were sold out on the pop. But there's another bid, 475. There's a huge bid, and I don't buy in front of this one. I don't know why.
When do we break these large buyers?
And then there was another one at 479. I didn't buy into that one either. And then watch as all the green pours in. Now we're in full, FOMO mode. Everybody's buying into this thing.
Here's the blow off.
And this is going to squeeze up into a halt here over 5. Boom. Up to 512 and halt. So that happens so quickly, but that right there is what a short covering rally looks like.